Hey, welcome to my channel. This video is a VOD review I did with one of my students. If you would like to get a VOD review for free, just go into the description of this video so we can get one started. Any rank, any role, I would love to help. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Enjoy the show. First of all, you can still run the same runes if you really want to, but if you want an easier time in lane, you can still go for the Resolve Tree and go Second Wind. There's one that makes you gain more armor and magic resist when you have a CC put onto you, and Teemo, when he blinds you, you'll have more armor and magic resist when he blinds you. So that could be a nice addition if you ever want to have an easier lane against him. But you can still run these if you want, but a recommendation for later on, if you really don't like this lane, you can switch to Second Wind, and I forgot what the rune's called, but it's in the Resolve Tree, it's in the green tree. It's on, like, I think it's the bottom right one, all the way at the bottom right. But yeah, that's one thing. And then we're going to talk about this. So there is a moment in time where you TP'd back, Teemo goes for a back, and you had a decision to make on, do I want to fast push, do I want to slow push, and it really felt like you didn't know what you wanted to do, and you made it so first you started slow pushing, which is definitely perfectly fine. I think slow pushing would have been the move here. Overall, it doesn't make sense to crash the wave in faster. There's no real reason you need to do that, so slow pushing is perfectly fine here. And but let's just watch this, and then you start fast pushing. I used the cannon, but whatever, it's fine. But now you start fast pushing a little bit, and now the wave is stuck right here, and basically you just put Teemo in a great spot to basically freeze the wave, and you lose, and now you lose this entire wave just because of this one decision of switching from a slow push to a fast push. So before this wave even comes, you need to make a decision on, do I want to fast push, do I want to slow push? And since it is a cannon wave, slow pushing would definitely be the move here. And this is the thing, if you slow push this wave, there's things that happen that make it even easier for you to push the next wave. So if you think that, you know, you're not going to be able to crash this wave in, and he's just going to freeze it on you, and it's going to make your life miserable, yes, you can start fast pushing, but you should fast push immediately, because all that matters is that this wave, if this wave passes this middle mark, and you do not have this wave pushed in yet, or this wave is still alive, this wave is going to make it in time. So you're, I keep going back by accident. But you see that this goes into the middle mark, this wave is still not pushed in, it's already here, and now it just freezes. But if you made a decision earlier to fast push it, you probably could have gotten it faster, or you could have probably gotten it in. But let's just say that you did just slow push this wave and not use your W and just slow pushed it. Slow push it would have been even better, because if you did slow push this wave, let's say you don't use your W here to clear these two minions, this wave would probably have stopped around here, meaning it wouldn't have been super close to the tower, and you couldn't have had your W to push this, fast push this wave in, and then once you fast push that wave in, you can go in back. But since you didn't, you fast push the wave after a little while, it put it into even a more sour spot for you, and now the wave's not crashed, you lose a whole wave because of it, and yeah, now it's just now you can see that you waste your time for like a minute because you're just waiting for Teemo to push it back into you, and it feels miserable. So make a decision faster when you want to slow push or fast push. But mostly I would just say slow push. When you are at a point where you already backed, they're trying to back, just slow push. Your guy is going to be equal, and the bigger the wave that you have, the harder it is for this person to fight you under the wave, and it's also harder for the person to start a freeze on you. So that's why we slow push, you know? That's why we slow push. But yeah, that's one thing. Next thing is we're gonna talk a bad base timer that you took, and it's right here. So you clear this wave, you're half HP, and you don't have TP, and you chose to base here. And I don't really know why you chose to base. There's no reason for you to base because Teemo is already automatically pushing this wave into you. And if you just sit right here, this whole cannon wave will come to you, and you get it for free anyways. So, and there's no way that Teemo is going to tower dive you in a million years. Because you have your ult, because you have your E. If you just sit under tower, both of you are going to die anyways, and you're just gonna lose. You're just losing this wave for free. You're literally just losing this wave for free. You're gonna see that he's gonna push this in. You're gonna miss 1. You're gonna miss the cannon. 2, 3, 4. You lose the whole entire wave. And now you're back into lane, and it doesn't even matter that you come back into lane. You didn't gain any advantage by doing this back. You got a phage. Okay, does that really help you a lot? No, not really. So just stay in lane until Teemo chooses to back, because it's not like he's doing anything. And it's also like this, your Pantheon is pathing top here. You can stay in wave a little bit longer, so wait for him to path top, and maybe you guys can kill him. But it's just like, there's no reason to back here. He's not going to kill you under tower. You can sit under tower. This guy's making a grave mistake by pushing the wave into you all the time. So it's like, why don't we capitalize on his mistake and just let him push into you, and you can farm under tower for free. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit harder farming under tower, and you need to work on it. I can see that you still need to work on it, but that comes with actually practicing it and actually doing it. So learn how to do it. Now we're going to talk about this roam. And I think you can obviously tell that after you push this wave in, you go for this roam. All right, cool, we're roaming. That's awesome. That is perfectly fine. Now we have to put into all of our options on if there's anything that we want to do. So like when we have this timer, this roam timer, it's not only a roam timer, it's also a back timer. Do we want to think? Do we want to back? Do we want to roam? Do we want to, what do we want to do? What do we want to accomplish with this roam? And your thought process is to go gank mid. Okay, cool. We want to go gank mid. But this is the thing. Everything that comes down to pushing in a wave and all this stuff, it all comes with timers. And when we take too much time, it becomes a point where it's just not worth it. And if you saw at the end of this roam, you lose your entire tower, you lose like 3 to 4 waves. It is not worth it, and you don't even get a kill from this. You get 2 assists in the bot lane because you went all the way to the bot lane after doing this. But it just puts him even further ahead than he already was. So when something doesn't work, you need to just go back into lane. You know, if this mid gank doesn't work, you helped him push mid a little bit, you need to go back into lane. This wave is pushing into you. You need to stop this wave pushing into you. And honestly, I wouldn't even roam here, you know? It's like you have 900 gold sitting on you right now. That's what's sitting on. That's what you're sitting on. This is Ruby or the Kindle gem. So this is already enough to get you closer to Black Cleaver. I think this is Kindle gem at least. But you just back here, you walk back into lane, and this roam doesn't happen because it's like this roam isn't really worth it. It doesn't really get your team ahead. It doesn't get you ahead. It just makes this Teemo get further ahead while you get further behind, and it was kind of even an equal trade anyways. Like you get some shutdowns here and there, but it's like not worth it. We can even see that. So we have 23.2, 19.1. Let's just see at the end of this roam what you accomplished. And I also want to just check out your gold. You're at like 4,000 gold. He's already at 4,500. So he's like 500 gold on you. But we're going to do this roam. We're going to see at the very end of it what has accomplished. So finally, the roam is ending. Actually, no. We're going to accomplish it once you get back into the lane. So once you're back in the lane and starting to farm now, the team didn't gain any gold from that. you can see that the team didn't even gain any gold from that. You actually lost gold from that. And Teemo is now 700 gold ahead. That roam was just not worth it. It was not worth it. It was a back, and you go back into lane. So honestly, you just need to be in charge of your lane because there's going to be stupid stuff that happens, and there's going to be stuff that you can't control. But the worst thing you can do is try to help your teammates by putting yourself further behind, and now you put yourself further behind, and that makes your life a little bit more miserable, because now that Teemo is ahead, he can do a lot more. Obviously, he already was ahead, but now he has 200 extra gold on you, which is honestly even worse to me. Let's move on. So the next thing is this was a very fantastical TP, awesome TP. I loved it. Good TP for a double kill. Very nice TP. But the thing that you did afterwards, these TP and after these 2 kills, was a mistake. So as soon as you get these 2 kills, you are sitting on 2,000 gold. Click that back button, go, and then go to the next thing that you want to do. Just back. There's no reason to not back here. You have 2,000 gold sitting in your pocket. That is something, you know. That is something that you get that you can do for the next fight, you know. So it's like, look at what you do after you get these 2 kills. You just walk into mid lane, you waste your time here, and then you walk into top lane, and now you're 2,000 gold down. 2,000 gold that's still sitting in your pocket going for this fight. But guess what could have happened if you just backed? You could have backed, already have been here anyways, you know. You could have backed and already have been top lane after this stuff happened, you know. So just back, you know. You have 2,000 gold sitting. If you have a lot of gold sitting in your bank, just back. There's no reason not to. And then we're gonna talk a little bit after this, after you do this. I don't know if you know how Teemo works or whatever, but you guys completely forget about this guy. He sits here and you guys can still kill him. But I don't know if you were just not paying attention or whatever. There were 2 people up here, and now one of them is gone. And what happened? Teemo's passive, if he's in a bush, he becomes invisible after a certain time. Also, when he just stands still, he becomes invisible. But he can also stand in a bush and become invisible and also be able to move around it. But that's whatever. Teemo can become invisible after 1.5 seconds. And that is a very short amount of time. People forget that. That's a very short amount of time. You guys just forget about him. You literally forget about him. And you can't just sit in this bush, wait for your E to go up. You E him, he gets stunned, he gets put out of his camouflage, and he just dies here. Don't forget about Teemo. He was still there. 3 more things that I want to talk about, where you need to recognize when you just need to stop fighting. As soon as you kill this Nefiri, you're half HP against a full HP Veigar. You have none of your abilities up. You need to get the hell out. You just need to leave, you know? You just need to leave. You walk with this Azir. You guys both live here if you walk with this Azir. You're chasing down this Veigar, and now you're just dead. You need to learn when you just need to stop engaging and just go away, you know? Because this Veigar flashes over here, kills the Ashe, you walk away with the Azir, you both get away, easy money, you know? You guys are able to make this better for you, you know? But yeah, and then lastly is for this Baron, you just need to find a better TP here, man. The TP that you took, you TP right here, but it's like, or actually you TP to the wave. Dude, look at these wards that you got. You got this ward, you got this ward, you got this ward. This puts you in a prime spot to, let me look at what you can accomplish if you TP here. Obviously, this is probably a losing fight anyways. I don't think you guys should be fighting this, but you know what? We got to do something. You guys are already far behind. We need to accomplish something here. If we TP to this ward, or even this further back ward, look at this pinch we got. We got this, and this. Look at this pinch. This pinches them all into one spot, and you guys can collapse on these 3 characters and wombo them, you know? But now that you TP here, it's like it's not as bad because now they have an escape route. They have an escape route, but if you TP here, no escape route, and now this puts them in a sour spot where you guys can do a slow little fight here, slowly suffocate them and let Baron damage them even more, and now it makes the fight 100 times easier for you guys. That's all I think. That's all I have for this game. I don't think there was anything else that I could really talk about, but those were the things. Make a faster decision on if you want to fast push or slow push. Don't take bad backs like you did. If they can't kill you, it's fine to just sit under tower for a while and CS under tower. Make sure your roams aren't worth it. And also, if you do have a roam timer, make sure you check if you want to back. Because if it's a roam timer, it's also a back timer. Check how Teemo works. Make sure you know where he went. I don't know. Once you score like kills, just back. You probably are sitting on like 2k gold or 1k gold or something, some amount of gold, and it's just back. It's just like an immediate back after that for the most part. For the most part, it's an immediate back. Know when you have to disengage and you can get away, and just find better TPs. And that's all. And